Well, welcome back for session 35 of the Woefully Unlearned Dungeon Crawlers. We are back heading towards the Whisperleaf Hamlet, where party previously had found a plume of smoke in which they think in which was kind of assumed to be the hamlet on fire. After kind of spending the day going through the murmuring canopy, heading back towards the Whisperleaf. Throughout their journeys, kind of ran into a couple phase spiders who was fairly quickly dispatched by Gederik and Casmarir, quickly kind of take them out with some heavy hits and some fireballs. Our good friend Kaylin found herself getting slightly under the influence, as it may be, from some mushrooms that were gathered by Grimaldi. And we're going to be picking up, heading in towards the hamlet. Up ahead, you see the plumes of smoke peeking through the canopy. You start to get that acrid smell of burning wet wood. You start to see hues of orange and red out in front of you as you're starting to kind of pick up the pace with a little bit of concern. What are we doing?
Well, out of game, but going back to last session, is Kaylin still under the influence, or has she come out of it a little bit?
As of right now, you are still kind of under it, and atop Casmarir's back.
Oh, okay.
With yeah, so I think Casmarir would be galloping, swords drawn, towards the Whisperleaf, just really as fast as he can, having gotten approval, I guess, or concern from Gederik and him saying to go on or go about. So
yeah, Gederik was following Kaz into whatever it was that we were looking at.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, Jean-Luc probably would just be running from behind unless he's not there for some reason.
No, you're definitely there. So you're just kind of running alongside with the others. So, everyone kind of in this last little leg, who's kind of leading this more of a speedy state trek into the Whisperleaf?
I am not doing anything, so
I would say that I know that I'm faster than Gederik. I'm not sure if I'm faster than Jean-Luc, though.
Okay. Well, go ahead and give me a either acrobatics or athletics, just kind of figure out how confident you are kind of in this stressful state, moving through the forest.
That is a 12.
A 12?
Yes,
Yeah,
sir.
so you're kind of galloping along, still kind of keeping an eye, making sure that no one's getting too far behind you. You do get smacked a couple times with some branches that are kind of hanging low, You start to see shadows come off differently from different light sources from the fires up ahead. You start to hear the crackling of the village, and you start to hear screams of people within the village. People that, while you don't necessarily remember exactly, but from what you gather, probably people that have known you most of your life. As you all start to make your way into down the main corridor into the Whisperleaf Hamlet, you start to see these little creatures, little kind of like imps, very kind of thin-framed, winged, bright red. And you see some of them hanging on trees and breathing fire onto the thatch of these roofs of the houses and homes and businesses within the hamlet. You see them kind of scattering around, kind of flying in all sorts of manner. Not really a whole lot of patterns or plans to kind of what they're doing. It's just kind of havoc and chaos. As you make your way into the hamlet proper, what are we doing?
I would say any imps I see like within like swinging range, I'm gonna attack.
Okay. Yeah, and as you're kind of charging in town, you kind of see a group of them kind of flying almost at head level for you. 2 or 3 of them kind of grouped together. You hear them kind of cackling a little bit to each other. Go ahead and make a swing at this group of 3.
While he's doing that, Gederik is looking for Lirien.
Okay. Go ahead and make a perception check for me.
Do I need to make 3 rolls?
No, just 1.
Okay. That's going to be a 17.
Oh, yeah. You come through even kind of in full charge coming into the hamlet proper. You go kind of twist back, bring your shoulder across and land right into the 3 of these Mephits. You see your sword kind of clank right into the side of them. They're a bit harder than you would expect, but they are definitely taken out by this swing of yours. But you
I had
can
a dirty
see
20 on my perception.
Dirty 20, perfect. In quick view, you don't necessarily see her around right away. But I will say what you see is the denizens of the hamlet. They're running around trying to help put out these fires and deal with these Mephits on that are setting things ablaze. You do notice that people are gathering pails of water from what you remember as the Echo Pool that was kind of mentioned previously, kind of where the memories of Elyndor have kind of lived, that cursed pond that kind of made him sick.
Does it look like based off my perception check, does it look like the pond is getting smaller?
You could definitely see that they have taken a chunk out of it. not quite noticeably smaller, but it has kind of shrunk. The levels have gone down.
Okay.
Can I tell? I'm sorry.
No, go ahead.
Can I tell if they're? I know you said that, like, they're imps and stuff, but is there like a leader of the imps anywhere that is like giving them commands, or are they all just?
Go ahead and roll perception for me.
Let's see, do I add anything to that? Sorry, hold on.
You're fine.
Uh, 12.
12. Off the gate, you don't necessarily see any sort of leader per se. Everything is just kind of chaotic. You're not quite sure what exactly is going around or going on. You try to look for patterns of these Mephits going to particular places, and it's just kind of chaos.
Okay, well, while I'm looking, I'm going to jump off of Kaz's back.
Okay.
And I'm going to kind of just start moving around and looking for these creatures to kill.
Okay. Yeah. And definitely, mechanically, there won't necessarily be initiative to this, as this is definitely widespread. There's probably 30, 40, 50 of these Mephits flying around. So just as we come to a certain location, if there's things that y'all want to do, let me know, and we can certainly kind of go through that.
I'm gonna head towards the huge tree.
Okay, you're heading towards the Songroot Tree? Okay, cool. Yeah, as you kind of make your way towards the Songroot Tree and the Echo Pool, you continue to see people running towards this Echo Pool with pails to try and get more water to help put out these fires. You do see a group of these Mephits that are seemingly flying towards the Songroot Tree, the one thing in town that still hasn't kind of been set ablaze.
I'm running after them so they don't set the tree on fire.
Okay. Yeah, so they're up ahead of you. What is your movement speed?
Mine is... Where can I find that again?
It is on your character sheet, should be towards the top of it.
Beside proficiency bonus above your armor class and stuff.
Oh,
like
30 feet.
30 feet. Okay. So their movement speed is 30 feet as well. So what I'd like you to do, go ahead and make go ahead and make dexterity check for me, and we'll kind of see who is going to win out speed wise.
While she's doing that, Casmarir would try and command or suggest to Grimaldi to go and help the people, like try and get people out of the buildings that are burning.
Yeah, I can do that. And he's going to jump off your back, and he's going to take off. As you look to your left, you see the library where you last were here, and he heads into there, and you can see people are starting to come out of there as Mephits are kind of flying through this door as well.
Gederik will follow him to the library.
Okay. Cool.
And if Jean-Luc noticed Kaylin running off by herself, he probably would have followed her.
Okay.
14.
Kayla, 14. And they had a 12. So yeah, it takes you a second, but before they do get to the tree, you are able to catch up with them. This is a group of probably 4 of them.
And Jean-Luc
Okay.
has a 35 speed.
Yeah.
I'm
So
going.
you easily catch up as well.
I'm gonna cast. How many did you say are in front of me?
4.
Okay, I'm going to cast Chaotic Bolt.
Okay.
It's 120 feet of range.
Yeah, definitely within range.
A 19 to hit.
Definitely.
Okay, and it's hurling an undulating, warbling mass of chaotic energy at one creature in range. And I'm just gonna go for like the one that's in the middle.
Okay. Yeah.
And that is 12 points of acid damage.
Of acid damage, yeah. So you send off this chaos bolt and hit the middle one kind of dead center. You see him kind of get hit and kind of knock the others around. It definitely slows them down.
Can I try grabbing one of them?
Yeah, if you'd like to.
I would like to.
Okay. Jean-Luc, anything you're doing in this moment as well?
As I say, he would probably just follow up and try to hit one of them with his rapier.
Okay. Yeah, go ahead and make an attack.
When I try to grab one of them, what kind of check is that, or is that?
It would be a athletics check to grapple.
Ugh.
Or strength check.
25 to hit.
You said
Oh, yeah.
check.
You go through and smack the tarnation out of these Mephits. Go ahead and roll your damage.
A 12 for me.
12. Okay.
Grabbing, yeah.
Yeah. You grab hold of one of these and they are hot to the touch, and you kind of have a hard time holding on to them, but you kind of grab it, spin it around. Bright, blazing red eyes, and it starts to kind of breathe in a little bit as you're kind of holding it down, looking at it.
Sorry. Go ahead.
No, go ahead.
I'm holding it by its neck,
Okay.
and I'm trying to talk to it.
Okay.
Who sent
what are
you?
Yeah. It doesn't really respond. It's just kind of not really sure if it understands you or what.
Okay, well,
But
I throw it down and step on its head.
Okay. Yeah, you go and step on its head. I do need you to go ahead and make me a dexterity saving throw as you step on this Mephit's head. And you definitely kill it.
8.
But 8?
Yeah.
So you do fail. As you step on its head, immediately its chest starts to glow bright red, and from the center of its chest cavity, it explodes, and fire and magma kind of just bursts all over you. You're going to take 7 points of fire damage.
Not bad.
What was your damage, Jean-Luc?
That'd be 5.
5. Yeah. go ahead and make go ahead and make a dexterity saving throw as well as you kind of take out these next two. Yeah, you do succeed. So you're only going to take 3 points of fire damage. Gederik, you go rushing into the library, and you can kind of see the tree and that you had kind of talked with before, you and Jean-Luc, and he's there just basically trying to swipe these Mephits out of the air, trying to keep them off the books. What are you doing?
I would say that Gederik, seeing the Mephits giving the treant so much trouble, he would turn to Grimaldi and say, I'll help him. You get rid of any of the other ones that are dealing with anybody else in this building. And
right. I got you. I'll go get out everyone that I can.
And Gederik will run over to the treant and as he approaches, he's going to take aim and he is going to cast Thunder Wave at them and try to hit as many as he can without hitting the treant.
Okay.
It's a DC con 15.
Okay. Save. So you go to release this, and there's a group of 2 or 3 kind of flying around this tree and just trying to kind of catch him ablaze, seeing that he's kind of made of wood. And you go to release this, but they kind of dodge out of the way at just the last moment as they do succeed the con save.
All right. Being utterly irritated at that failure, he's going to cast Magic Missile at 2nd level and is going to hit however many he can hit individually. He's still staying about 15 feet back because that was the range that he had on Thunder Wave, so he's trying to stay away from them and cast a distance spell at them.
Okay. I will tell you, just so everyone kind of knows, the AC for these creatures is 11. So
well, Magic Missile hits regardless.
Yeah.
So it is. That is 4 darts. 1d4 plus 1. So the first one takes 5 points of force damage.
Okay.
Second one takes 3 points of force damage. Third dart, also 3 points of force damage. And the fourth one takes 5 points of force damage.
Yeah. So definitely get them singed pretty good. Collectively, this group, they kind of get shook up, and you can definitely see them kind of scattering away from the treant itself. Still within the library, but kind of splitting up, and not being as tightly grouped together. Casmarir, what are we doing?
How many of these ints can I get in a 30-foot or a 30-foot, 5-foot line?
30-foot long, 5-foot wide?
Yeah.
I mean, if you get it aimed right, you could definitely get a number of them. Where exactly are you?
I'm still in that main road
Okay.
Kind of going.
Yeah.
By the library.
So you look down kind of the main corridor of the hamlet, and you probably see 5 or 6 kind of crossing ways, and you think you could probably time something right to get 5 or 6 of them together.
Yeah, he is going to take Stormcaller's Edge for the first time and just be like, "Old friend, I hope you don't fail me now." And he's going to cast the Electric Surge, which once per day I can release a powerful surge of electricity. And they all have to make a DC 13 saving throw, taking 3d6 lightning damage or half on a save.
What's the save?
13.
They do save with a 15.
Okay, they take. See, that is. 15, so half of 15 would be 7 points of damage.
Yeah, you time this right. You kind of hold the blade out in front of you, and kind of focus your mind for a second, and send this energy out through the blade. These crackles of purple lightning extend from it out in this 30-foot range, and you catch 5 of them together, and while they definitely take effect, they're crazy little bastards. They're able to take a hit, and they still kind of scatter around. They look at you for a second, and 2 of them start flying directly at you. You can see one start to breathe in, and he's going to let out a breath of fire directly at you. I do need you to go ahead and make a dexterity saving throw.
Okay. While I saw them coming at me, could I do an Eldritch Blast? Or would that be not okay? That's fine if it's not, but
yeah.
That was a 14.
14? Yeah. So you do succeed. You will take 3 points of fire damage as one of these Mephits. He lets out this fire breath, but he doesn't gauge the distance just right. And it kind of catches, you just kind of catch the tail end of his fire breath. I do need you, since you're kind of looking towards the Songroot Tree and the Echo Pool, both you and Kaylin to make another perception check for me.
Let's see. Perception is 16 for me.
16?
Yes. Sorry.
Cool.
Alright, I'm getting there.
You're fine. I guess, John Luke, you're over that way too, so you make the perception check for me as well.
19 for me.
19?
Yeah.
I hate digital dice. 10.
10. So Kaylin, you actually see kind of over towards the Echo Pool. You see someone that still moving around, trying to seem like they're doing something to help, but you kind of see that there's a person, you've seen them kind of direct 3 or 4 people to the Echo Pool to get water. Looks a bit different than what you kind of than what you've kind of seen the rest of the townspeople look like. Just a little bit darker, a little bit taller than most of the people here.
Is Kaz next to me?
Kaz and Jean-Luc are.
I look at Kaz and I say, do you see that guy over there?
Since she's pointing him out, I would assume yes.
Yeah, you can see him after she points him out. Initially, you don't really catch on. You see a person there, you're not really sure what's up.
Am I getting a bad feeling about him? Because I feel like I'm getting a bad feeling about him.
You're getting a feeling, yes.
Okay, I am going to walk up to him and I'm going to grab like his like scruff or his sleeves or whatever, and I'm gonna be like, who are you?
Okay. As you walk up to this person, you grab onto their cloak, kind of spin them around. You look at this person. I need you to go ahead and make me a wisdom saving throw.
Great. Okay. 14.
14. You barely succeed this. You look at it. You see his eyes go white right in front of you, and like face is basically pitch black, and then this bright white from his eyes. He tries to kind of take control over you temporarily, and you're able to kind of avert your eyes at the last second to stick out of it.
Can I take my dagger and try to stab him?
You can, yes.
Perfect. Okay.
Sounds like you could certainly try type of scenario.
I do have 2 6.
You go to jab your dagger into this person, and they're there but not really there.
Okay, well I do have...
It's kind of non-corporeal.
I have 2-weapon fighting, so can I try again?
Yes.
Please be better this time. 7.
No, unfortunately not. You go try to stab. Your hand goes a little bit further than you kind of expect it to, and that kind of throws you off kilter for your second swing through, and miss completely.
Well, can I try talking to him now, even though I've stabbed him twice, or try to stab him twice?
We'll come back in just a second.
Okay.
Gederik, back to you in the library. What's up?
Well, I assume the Mephits are still around, and so you said that Trient is on fire right now?
No.
Okay.
You kind of prevented that from happening.
Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna like target the nearest 3, keeping them in distance from me with magic missile again, and hit at least 3 of them.
Okay. Yeah, you see them kind of up in the stacks. You can probably point out 1 to your right, 2 to your left, that seem like they would just be in range.
Alrighty. I'm gonna cast that, which hit, and first one, 3 force damage, 3 force damage for the second, and 3 force damage for the third.
Yeah, and 2 of them, the 2 off to the left, you set off your magic missiles at them, and it's enough to kill them. They do explode right next to these books, which do end up catching on fire. And so now, not just the outside of this building, but it is also burning from the inside as well.
I turn to the treant and I say, I'm terribly sorry. I'm not being very helpful. My friend, is there any way that we can put this out?
I do not have anything here, but we can try to get water from somewhere else.
We're indoors. I can't use any of the ideas that I have, and I don't have anything else like that I can do. Nope, I got nothing. Yeah. I guess Gederik would just look at the situation and turn to the treant and look for Grimaldi and say, "We are safer outside of this building than we are inside. We have to get out."
I think you're right. Gotten out everyone that was here, but it's just you, me, and the big guy.
Did you see a half elf or an elven woman?
I didn't. No. It was mainly just kids that were kind of running around trying to find somewhere to hide.
I look to the treant and I just say, "Good sir, have you seen Lirien?"
I have not seen Lirien. Last I saw her, she was heading towards the Songroot. Check on Elyndor.
Of course. My good man, we need to leave. I'm terribly sorry. We have to leave.
It's not your fault.
Can y'all recap for a second? I'm so sorry.
Gederik popped off at a couple Mephits, killed them, exploded things, and set books on fire. Grimaldi's gotten everyone out of the library that he has seen, and they are leaving.
Okay, so is that who was just talking?
Yes, the treant.
Discord decided to update, and it kicked me out. So, okay, I'm sorry.
The tree in heavy footsteps, it is starting to make his way towards the front door. Jean-Luc, you have seen, you're probably 30 feet back from Kaelin at this point. You saw her kind of turn this entity around. You saw the flash of the white eyes, and you saw Kaelin try to stab at it, not really being effective. What are you doing?
Run up and just try to run him through and do my best not to hurt Kaelin in the process.
Okay. Yeah, go ahead and make an attack.
$23.
23 hits.
For 9 damage.
9 damage. Non-magical, right?
Yeah, non-magical. Just regular rapier. Yeah.
Yeah, so you run up, you lunge at this entity, and you definitely stab at it, but again, you find it just not as solid as it should be. And you can certainly feel it kind of lurch back and hear it kind of scream, but it doesn't seem as affected by your blade.
Yeah. Okay.
So, Kaz, what are you doing? Actually, go ahead and make a history check for me.
History, let's see. I have advantage on it at least, but it's a +0, but it was an 18.
18.
How was that an advantage?
You see this entity kind of in front of you, Kaylin and Jean-Luc. And you have the slightest little flashback. Flashback to your uncle. The one that you have hated for your entire life. You've seen him in several forms. This is a form that you've only seen a couple of times. And you do recognize that this is Vorador, but you also know that you may not be able to talk to him directly in this particular form.
But I get the idea that, is he just watching everything, or is he, like, aside from what he's done to, like, Kaylin, has he done anything? Like,
he has not directly caused any damage. He has kind of led people towards the echo pool for water.
he is going to Casmarir, seeing this, yells out to everyone to stop getting water from the echo pool.
Okay.
And he is going to take the Sword of Memories and charge after Vorador and stab him with it.
Okay.
Am I still holding on to him at this point?
You are. You are.
Mm.
Go ahead and make an attack roll, Casmarir.
I don't like that face.
It's a natural 20.
Okay.
Nice. Go ahead and make your damage roll.
Please don't ever make that face again for a nat 20 because I thought it was a nat 1.
But you're still holding on to it.
I know, it's fine. Just do it.
Hey, on. What else did I get? That is 13 damage, or I'm sorry, 16 damage. 3 of that is necrotic.
Okay. Yeah, you go slice through, and well, you kind of saw Jean-Luc and...
I'm sorry, real quick. What is our rule for nat 20s?
Double the die.
Okay. It is 16 times 2, whatever that is.
Okay, 32.
Yeah.
Cool.
Sorry.
Yeah, while you've seen Kaylin and Jean-Luc not quite be able to get purchase on this entity, you come through with this weapon that is imbued with magic of both good and bad memories. And you come across... Like, where are you aiming? Are you going chest, head, legs? What are you kind of aiming for?
Just straight to the heart, chest.
Okay.
Area, yeah.
Yeah, you go run in full sprint, and you go shoving this sword right through this creature's chest. And in this particular moment, it's definitely solid. And it does take that 32 points of damage. You said 3 of it was necrotic?
Yes.
Okay. In this case,
yeah.
you do see kind of this does seem to have a little bit more of an effect as this creature is vulnerable to necrotic damage, and so he is going to take a total of I'm assuming since we doubled it, 6 of it was necrotic, and so it'd be 12 points, 32 plus another 6, 38 points of damage to this creature. And you hear, as soon as you go through it, and you're almost to the hilt of this sword, it quickly lurches back, letting out a blood-curdling scream. It opens its eyes at you again, solid white, and it just screams as it kind of rears back and steps away as quickly as it can.
And I would definitely say that he looks straight into his eyes with like no fear, and and honestly, Casmarir's eyes at this point are like a blood red, like just all red.
Gederik, at this point you have come out of the library and starting to head towards the Songroot Tree. You hear this blood-curdling scream, and it kind of turns your attention to it, and you see the rest of your friends that have kind of gathered around this entity right next to the Echo Pool. You do see that people are kind of gathered around because that's where they were getting water from, and Casmarir has told them to stop, and so they're kind of standing around. You come rushing up to the group. What are you doing?
So I see Vordor standing in front of me with blade deep with Casmarir in him.
Yes.
I did not hear all of the stuff that occurred with the water, right?
Correct. You didn't hear that, but you kind of get the sense that someone told them to stop because they're all just kind of hanging around the pool.
Do I as Gederik remember where you said the Song Tree was?
Yeah, the Songroot Tree. It is right next to the Echo Pool. Gigantic, like an oak, but probably 50 feet round at the base, and you do see like some makeshift windows that have been carved out of it there, and you do see go ahead and make a perception check.
Okay. Not this time. That's a 6.
Yeah, so you do see the tree. You don't necessarily catch anything outside of that, though.
Gederik is just thinking to himself that it can't just be one person in the Mephits doing all of this damage to such a significant area. Like, he feels like there's more. I guess Gederik would say, as he's looking around anxiously for something else to happen, he just says, "Why aren't we getting any water?"
The horseman told us not to.
Kaz, what are you doing? Why? We need to save this place.
We need the pool to save Elyndor. And it was him that told everyone to get Walter. He's trying to empty the pool.
He's sacrificing himself?
What?
You just said Elyndor. Did you say Elyndor or did you mean Vordor?
I said we need the pool to save Elyndor. But
And you said
Vordor.
Vordor, okay.
Yeah.
All right, Vordor said that. Okay.
Yeah.
Gederik, I mean, at this point, he's thinking about his friend and his friend's uncle, and seeing that this blade is like sitting in this dude's chest, like Gederik feels like, as has the situation in hand, Gederik's like, "Where's your uncle? We need to protect him. Where is he?"
Do I know? I don't know.
You could make an assumption. Where y'all found him last time, he was outside the Songroot Tree. You could probably take a guess that he might be inside.
Yeah. I think he's inside. Go check on him.
I mean, he hears that, and Gederik grabs Grimaldi, and that's the treant, says, "Will you help me?"
I'll do what I can.
Come on, let's go see if we can find him. Hurry. I'll run towards the song tree and go try to go inside and find him.
Okay. Yeah. You make your way around to kind of what would be the entrance to the Songroot Tree. And while like the rest of the hamlet definitely has had kind of different fires that have been started, one tree seems to be protected. Hasn't been caught aflame just yet. You do rush up and you see where a door would be, but it is covered heavy in vines that look like they have been put there intentionally.
Gederik would...
Wait, hang on. I think I found a window that I might be able to go through. And Grimaldi, a little ways around the tree. These windows definitely too small for you to kind of get through, Gederik.
Yeah.
But you do see Grimaldi dive through one of these windows. Jean-Luc, Kaylin, Kaz, back to you for just a second. What are we doing next?
I know that there is a huge sword sticking out of this like thing's chest. Is he standing up, or is he like limped on the ground? Like, what does he look like?
He is upright.
Am I still holding on him?
In this current form, you can kind of liken him to not the Death Eaters, but Brain.
The dude from Lord of the Rings?
No.
And
the Soul Suckers from Harry Potter.
Death Eat? No. Oh,
It's Death Eaters.
Dementors.
No,
Dementors.
Yes.
Thank you. That's the word. I couldn't remember. This is kind of like very Dementor feeling.
Does he have a face?
Kind of.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, kind of.
Can I try to rip his like cloak off or something?
I mean, you can certainly do whatever you would like to.
I mean, okay, really quick. Am I still holding on to him?
You are.
Okay, because like
you've got a hold of him, and he, like, whenever he jerked back, you kind of got pulled with him.
Oh.
So, don't ask that question.
I'm just gonna keep holding on to his his cloak because I really don't know what to do. I'm a little confused.
Me go.
Oh, you can talk. Good. I have a question for you. Who the hell are you?
Go.
Who?
Borador.
Oh, okay. Now I can understand you. Speak.
Why are you here?
Are you talking to me?
Why are you here?
To kill you? Why?
Why?
I look at Kaz and I say to him, "Is your uncle really this dense?" Is he this clueless? Like, he doesn't understand that we're here to kill him?
And as just in his anger, just stands there silent, still staring at his solid white eyes.
Can I try to take the sword out of his chest?
Kaz, are you still holding on to the sword?
Yes, I am.
Okay.
Can I grab Kaz's hands and try to help him take the sword out of this guy's chest? Because I feel like Kaz is kind of in a state of anger and oblivion. Like, he doesn't really understand what's going on. He just sees red.
You can certainly do it if Kaz will let you.
I look at Kaz and I try to make eye contact with him, and I grab his hand and I try to pull the blade out of Vordor's chest.
And immediately as you start to try to pull back, you feel Kaz try to push further forward. If you want to continue trying, it would be a roll.
What kind of roll?
It'd be strength. Contested strength. So your strength versus his.
Oh, great. Okay. I'm going to try to talk to Kaz instead of, because he's a lot stronger than me. I look at him and I say, Kaz, I think we need to pull this sword out of his chest. We could talk to him. Don't you want answers? You don't have to kill him right away.
What kind of answers do we need?
And you need closure.
And he goes to put the sword as far in as the sword will go. Okay.
Yeah, you lean into this a little bit further, and it's now it's down to the hilt. And essentially kind of the purple gem that was embedded into the blade itself. It is now right where this creature's heart would be.
He, in this moment, sends I force a surge of foreign memories into his mind.
Okay.
He has to make a 17 wisdom check, or they're stunned.
That is a natural 19 plus a 2. The 21.
If this is this is solidly in him.
Yes.
You can tell me no to this, but can I pull my Blade of the Twilight Warden and try and stab him with that in addition?
I would allow it.
I step right in front of Kaz as he does this.
Okay. So, Kaz, go ahead and make your attack roll.
Oh my god. I don't like where this is going.
I'm not lying to this, okay? I don't know if you can actually 20. See it. Yes.
So, Kaz, you rear back, you grab Bladed Twilight Warden, and you go to gut your uncle. As you look up, you see Kaylin right in front of you. As you run the blade right into her stomach. What is the damage on this?
At least it's low, okay?
Okay.
So I rolled a 1 on my D10. So that is
a 2.
So it's a 5.
Okay.
In total with that. Then it is 2 and necrotic damage.
The 15 total?
Yes.
Kaylin, you take 15 points of damage off of this. And Kaz, you see your blade sticking into Kaylin's stomach as her jaw just kind of goes slack for a second. Unsure of what is happening. Kaylin, how do you respond? A blade now sticking in your stomach.
I look down at it and I then look up at Kaz and I'm like, like I'm not like mad about it, but like this is what happens when you don't listen.
Jean-Luc, what are you doing seeing this whole thing shake down? You're muted, sir.
Jean-Luc's gonna try to use his ram feature.
Okay.
Literally just gonna try to run like into like where like I guess his like ribs would be.
Okay.
Horse ribs, human ribs, I don't care which set, but one of them.
Into Kaz or Kaz, into Vorador?
So that way he goes straight into Vorador and he takes that damage.
Probably Kaz, because we can deal with the frail old man here in a minute.
Okay. Yeah.
Gonna try to solve this. Obviously, not actually looking to hurt him, just looking to see if I can like snap him out of it.
Okay. Yeah. Go ahead and make your am attack.
So terrible 21.
I think 21 definitely hits.
Okay, it won't be much. I got -1 as my bonus to it. So
okay.
So it does 1 point damage.
Okay. So, Casmarir, you feel this hard set of horns just ram right into your rib cage. And you look to your right, and you see Jean-Luc standing there.
It just has enough. Like, just gonna yell.
Kaz kind of snaps out of it for a minute, looks at Jean-Luc, and then looks at his hands, then up the blade to Kaylin as he quickly pulls out the blade, and then
Jean-Luc's gonna immediately like start applying pressure because there's no way that's not gonna start pouring.
Okay.
Well, and Casmarir, what he does is he takes one of his blood melodics, whatever, away, which is just, and he gives Kaylin 7 points back to her health.
Okay.
Or heals her for 7.
Yeah, so Kaylin, as Casmarir pulls his blade out and Jean-Luc kind of runs in, presses his hands against your stomach to help stop the bleeding, you actually see some of your blood come off of Casmarir's blade and soak back through Jean-Luc's fingers back into your stomach as he restores some of your health through this blood maledict. Gederik. Couple moments later, after you saw Grimaldi kind of dive into this window, you hear kind of some quick talks back and forth, trying to establish what's going on, and then you see this kind of door of vines split open. You do see Lirien on the other side of this door. You kind of see the end of a handway from her as she opens up this door of vines for you.
Lirien, it's good to see you.
It's been better. I'm glad you're here. As you can tell, shit's kind of hit the fan.
Indeed.
I have an open.
Before you ask the question, Elyndor is upstairs. We noticed, I'm sure you saw the big black creature that is down by the pool. Apparently people have been trying to take water from the pool, and we would definitely need to stop that. Because if that gets below a third, then I don't know that we'll be able to save Elyndor. It's been a day. And you can tell, like, she is kind of woozy, like everything's kind of hitting all at once. Like this is the first breath that she's kind of caught in a while.
Okay.
What are you doing?
Well, we don't have much time to talk. Are you sure that Elyndor is safe? That no one can get to him?
He's
have
upstairs.
You checked on him recently?
He's upstairs. He's in his room. It's magically locked. He can't get out. No one can get in. There's no windows. He's okay. Yeah. I need to get back out there, though. The town's on fire. Well, you probably saw that, too.
Yes. Gederik is mildly embarrassed because he was not very helpful in that regards. Grimaldi,
Yeah?
can you keep an eye out on that magical door she was talking about?
Yeah. I'll stand there and make sure no one gets past it.
And listen closely if you hear anything going on inside of it. He leans down as he whispers that to him.
A kind of looks at you, gives you a knowing nod.
Lirien, you stay here. At least you would be a barrier between that which might want to come and take Elyndor. Clearly this thing wants to kill him. And Gederik would
I don't know
turn...
if it wants to kill him because it hasn't tried coming in here. I think it's just trying to keep it from him not getting better.
Yeah. Well...
Are people still getting water?
No, Casmarir has effectively stopped them from getting the water.
Okay.
But there's no other means at this point to put out the fires.
Well, hopefully the rain will start coming down a bit harder and that'll help. The tree won't go up, so that will be fine. It's been protected. But I mean, it would suck for my home to burn, but if it burns and everything else is okay, we can rebuild. But I don't want to stay. I need to get out there and help the town.
Gederik is still unsure of Elyndor's safety.
Lie down, bro. Sorry, I didn't realize my mic was still on. I was talking to dog.
You're good. And while you're kind of sitting there contemplating, she's going to try to start pushing past you towards the front door.
He's not going to stop her.
Okay.
He's genuinely, like, confounded because based on all the information that he's just taken in, the fact that she said that this thing is not even tried to destroy the tree, and the Mephits are just simply trying to destroy the area, and everybody's like, it's a feeling that Gederik's got in his gut that says that Elyndor is in trouble right now, and Gederik is gonna go to the door that she told him about, and he's gonna go find the door.
Okay. Yeah. You go upstairs as she's now left. You see Grimaldi standing just a couple steps down from this innately carved door that has a like a large harp that's kind of been carved into a tree or out of a tree, like very innate symboling on this door. Yeah.
I'm gonna use my last first level slot, and I'm going to cast Detect Magic.
Okay.
And gives me 30 feet, so 30 feet from me in a spear. I'm hoping that I can detect Elyndor.
Yeah, so You definitely detect like the arcane lock that is on the door. That is for sure there. You do sense a presence of magic beyond the door.
More than one?
No, you just sense one. And as you do get closer to the door, you do hear within the door coughs. Elyndor is sick, and he's in the room. Doesn't seem like there's anyone else in there with him.
Gederik hangs his head in a heavy sigh of relief and looks down at Grimaldi and says, Grimaldi, the one man that we need to stay alive is back in that room. Do everything in your power to make sure that no one comes in or out of this room. And Gederik runs back downstairs to follow Lirien out to where this being, an entity, was to join his friends.
Okay. Yeah. So you go back out to the echo pool, and now being closer to it, you notice it's getting pretty close to being a third empty from where it was. At this point in time, the Mephits have all dispersed. They have gone on their way or exploded themselves. And yeah, the homes, buildings, the trees around set aflame. The rain still coming down. However, this fire is not just fire. It's from magma Mephits, and so it's going to take more than just a little bit of water to kind of set this, to put out these fires. You see the crowd of waiting, anxious people. You see your friends over to the right. Casmarir kind of clutching onto his ribs a little bit. You see Jean-Luc holding Haylen's stomach, where you see blood kind of dripping off from her stomach. Not really seeing what had happened a moment ago. As you rejoin the group, what are you feeling? What are you doing?
So since I cast Detect Magic, I'm assuming it doesn't take me 10 minutes to walk all the way back to them.
No.
So would my Detect Magic be up? And if so, what am I detecting off of it?
It would. So as you get near the pool, I don't remember the exact class of magic, but you do gather magical essence of the pool and the memories within it, and kind of the restoration abilities that are part of this pool. But you can also tell that it's been tainted.
Okay.
As you get closer to Vorador, or this version of him, you definitely get transmutation that this is definitely a changed entity. You also get a bit of necromancy off of it. Like there's something resurrection-esque about this entity. Definitely seems darker. But yeah, entity now, blade still in its chest. Casmarir, do you still have your hand on these sort of memories?
Yeah, I would have kept one hand on it and just in one hand of the other sword.
Yeah.
But yeah, that answers the question. Oh, I'm so wrong.
Entity looks down at you, Casmarir. Kind of tilts its head to the side a little bit. You seem familiar.
And he looks at Vorador, eyes turning back into this bloodish red, and he casts a special little spell called the Brand of Castigation.
Okay.
Yes. And it causes a brand to go on a creature that I've damaged.
Okay.
And
where does this brand show up, and what does it look like?
Yeah, he probably stepped over Kaylin and or sidestepped Kaylin or whatever.
Like a ground.
And with one hand on the Sword of Memories, the blade of Twilight Warden kind of on the ground. I think he dropped it as he pulled out of Kaylin.
Mm-hmm.
He grabs the back of Vorador's neck and whispers in his ear, he says, "You said I couldn't love, so I made sure that you couldn't love either." And with this blade in his heart, he twists it and pulls it out of his chest, and at the same time, you see his right hand kind of glow this reddish, purplish magic, and you just see it's kind of like the Decacon of a D20 that you see whenever you look at it on a paper or something.
Mm-hmm.
And inside of it, you see a heart on fire, branded on the back of his neck. And he says, "I'm sure I'll see you soon, Uncle." As he pulls it out of his chest.
Okay. Go ahead and make another damage roll for me. This one will just be normal damage.
Yep.
Won't be crit, but
that is unnatural. Just 2. It is 15 points of damage.
Okay.
4 of that is necrotic.
Okay. So total of 19 points.
Sorry, 15 in total. Or
yeah, but
unless,
four
Gotcha.
of it's doubled.
Yes. Sorry.
So, you go to pull this blade out of Vorador's chest, and again, he lets out a blood-curdling scream. And as he's released from this, he rushes basically right through you. I need you to go ahead and make a Constitution saving throw for me.
As you wish. That is.
Would I be able to, as that's happening, would I be able to pass, crazy as this sounds, dispel magic? 3rd level?
I would allow it.
Alright, I would see that and see it charging at him, and I would try to dispel magic.
Okay. Go ahead and make the con save really quick, Casmarir.
It was 16.
16. So, Vorador lurches out towards you, and he is a flying creature in this point in time, and he rushes through your body, and immediately as he starts to touch your body, you feel this deep cold. In that same moment, though, you hear the last utterings from Gederik as he lets off his dispel magic spell, and that cold immediately goes away. Vorador screaming through your body, out your back, and through town, flying quite quickly. Ends up taking up off and away. And that's where we are going to conclude that part of our session. Avoided a good chunk of damage there. Vorador now out of the town. The Mephits no longer creating more chaos. Things still ablaze. People still scared. People unsure what to do next. What are we doing?
Well, I look around, still kind of weak from being stabbed in the stomach.
Yep.
I do have frostbite, and I was wondering if I could. It's a cantrip, and it's 60 feet, and I was just wondering if I could cast that on some of the magma that's like kind of flowing, just to stop it a little bit.
Go for it.
Well, it's a Constitution saving throw.
I mean, it would kind of auto fail because it's an inanimate object. Yeah, you can let off essentially this bolt of ice at this magma, and you do notice that it may not completely put it out. It definitely subsides.
Okay.
At least in this first one.
Well, I'm just walking around and I'm just casting it on like different spots because it is a cantrip and that I can use it multiple times. So
yeah.
I'm just walking around the city alone, casting frostbite on these little piles of magma.
Okay.
Gederik has a second level spell scroll, and I can't remember what we said that was, but is totally reaching. But he was thinking of Dragon's Breath. Even though he has Dragon's Breath, he was thinking about the cold one, right? I don't know if it's ice or not, but in his mind, he thinks to himself, well, this should be interesting, and he would want to cast it, but specifically would want to aim it not at the water itself, but at an area where the water has receded, so that entire area gets covered with ice, and that it would hopefully melt and well, actually, so he wants to cover that part with ice with the second level spell, and then with his own fire breath at a specific temperature, then melt that ice possibly so that it would add water back into the pool.
Okay. Yeah.
Reaching.
Let's see. What could that be? Sorry, I gotta look up what we could use.
Dragon's Breath's that it's under there. Every spell that I looked at that was above my level were all like 3rd and 4th level spells in which you would control or create water, which is not in my class. But
yeah, I mean, I'm fine with that. Yeah, you set off essentially an ice breath, but from your hands or your arcane focus, which is your staff.
yes,
yeah. So you let off this shot of ice from your staff, and then immediately kind of follow up with your fire breath, and does turn the ice to water, but in the fact that it turns water to ice and then ice to water doesn't really seem to be an effect on adding more water.
Gederik would just kind of sit down, kind of disappointed.
Okay. Good thinking. It just breath is essentially just really, really cold breath, and not necessarily, you're not spitting ice per se.
Sure.
Jean-Luc would probably just be running around making sure nobody was in like a precarious position.
Okay. Yeah, go ahead and just your passive perception is high enough. Yeah, you go running around. Nothing too precarious. You don't really hear anyone stuck in buildings or anything like that. It seems like everyone is out. you're kind of running around with Kaylin, just making sure that she's okay as she's trying to subdue some of these fires. Yeah.
Yeah.
Seeing, now kind of catching your breath a little bit and recognizing kind of what's been going on. You now take a look at the echo pool, and you see it's down about a third, maybe a little less. Kind of hard to tell. You saw Gederik try to help put more water in it, but that didn't seem to make a difference. What are you kind of feeling? What are you doing in this moment?
Would he have known? Well, no, he wouldn't have. Never mind. He would look at the pool and look at the sword and kind of feel, I guess, like what we do all of this for. Like, could we have stopped this or whatever? And he, in turn, goes up to where he believes his uncle is.
Okay. Up to the Songroot Tree?
Yeah.
Okay.
If he can. I assume that he can.
Yeah, you can certainly get there. You make your way into the Songroot Tree, and recognizing this place, you know likely where he would be. You start kind of weaving your way up to the staircase that leads to your uncle's room. And you end up walking up to Grimaldi, who is standing there, hand axes in hand, ready to fight anyone and anything that may try to come through.
Casmarir looks at him, smiles a bit, and just says, take it easy, little friend. I think we've taken care of all the danger here today.
How do I know that you're not danger?
Well, I am, but not to you today. And certainly not
Maybe not to me. I don't know that you're not going to hurt him. I saw you struggle with the other guy. How do I know that you're not going to cause issues?
Fair point, I guess. Because if I was going to cause issues, you wouldn't be able to get in my way.
Persuasion or intimidation?
Yeah. Okay. Let's see here. Either way. Yeah, that is a 15.
Well, I don't know how you're going to get in because the door's locked. But if you do go in, I'm going in with you.
No. And he walks up to the door. Can I see if there's a way to get in? Or
try.
Or something?
So you can roll... well, yeah, it'd probably be perception to figure out if you can really tell anything.
Okay. That would be a 18.
18. So you walk up to this door, you put your hand on it, try to turn the door handle, doesn't turn. You see around the edges, just ever so faintly, a green glow.
Can I see if I know how to, like, dispel
go ahead
it?
and make an Arcana check.
That is a 12.
12. So you know of magically locked things, and you know generally that either this has to be dispelled by the person that put it there, by someone else that has the ability to dispel magic, and if you tried to brute force it, it could end badly. And really quick, I apologize. We need to take a quick break. So, Casmarir, you recognize that this is probably some sort of magical lock. Not sure. Hang on. Do. There. You recognize this as some sort of arcane lock. Not quite sure what could happen if you try to brute force it, but that is up to you.
Yeah. He is just going to go back down to either... he knows that Gederik was up here, so he may go to Gederik or the lady that put it on. I can't quite remember her name.
Lirien.
Lirien, thank you. And yeah, he's gonna go up probably to Gederik since he's right there, and say, I need a check on Elyndor. Excuse me.
Gederik would kind of like come out of his little kind of funk and say, yes, perhaps Lirien would be better suited to help with this. She probably was the one putting these up and probably turned them off. I'm afraid that I may not be strong enough to take them down for you.
Have you seen her anywhere?
And Gederik kind of looks around and says, well, likely she's probably helping Kaylin wherever she's at, putting out flames in the sword.
Well, and as y'all have kind of been chit-chatting, kind of being in the main hall of the Songroot Tree, you do see Jean-Luc, Kaylin, and Lirien all walking back into the Songroot. Lirien speaks up, well, I think we've done all we can do out there. I think we need to make sure that Elyndor's okay. What happened with the black creature out there? Do y'all know who that was?
Unfortunately, someone tried stopping me from killing him.
Can you enlighten me as to who this person is and why they were here?
Well, Lirien, all I can tell you for sure is the being was magical in nature. I was able to dispel whatever it was that held sway over what it could have been. I was not close enough to know what it was saying. Kaz would be able to tell you what it called itself.
It was Vordor himself.
Is he here?
Yeah.
Did he say why?
Part of him, at least. I can only assume it was to try and finish what he started. That's why I need to check on Elyndor. And
agreed. Give me a moment. Let me go dispel the wards that are on the door. Have a seat. At least we're not in the rain and in the smoke anymore in here.
I'll go with you.
Okay, well, it'll take about 10 minutes to dispel the wards. Everyone else, please have a seat. Try to catch a breath. Kaylin, you look like hell, dear.
Don't ask. I'm fine.
Okay. Well, if you need any help whenever I get back, let me know. I'll do what I can.
On the bright side, I don't think anyone got hurt except for the people that we had.
That is a positive. I'm glad that we were able to get. I'm glad that the whole town isn't gone. Don from the library is upset about his books, but those can be replaced. I don't think there were any lives actually lost. I don't have a final count, but overall things are looking good.
The imps destroyed the books. That's a odd thing for for them to do, I guess.
Apparently, they got in the library, and well, your dragonborn friend here helped keep them from setting Thorn on fire. I think in doing so, may have helped them explode and set ablaze some of the books.
But I'm sure that'll keep him up at night for a while.
Yeah, Thorn is pretty beat up about it, but he'll be okay. We can replace books. We can't replace lives. Well, not easily.
Well, I meant Gederik. I think it'll keep him up for a while.
I'm sure Gederik has a big heart, and I'm glad that you all were around when you were. Honestly, didn't expect y'all to be back here yet. Anyway, let me go dispel the wards. I'll be back in a moment. Please sit. That there is food in the cupboard, and yeah, I'll be back. And she's gonna head upstairs.
Does this constitute a short rest?
Short rest would be an hour. She's only gonna be gone for about 10 minutes.
Okay. I just meant in the scheme of everybody cleaning everything up and I was sitting or whatever.
We probably could end up spending an hour here. So yeah, I'll say you could have a short rest.
Okay.
So if y'all need to use any hit dice, anything like that to heal yourself, go for it. While she is up there, Casmarir, I know you said you were going with her. What is everyone else doing?
I am just gonna find a spot and just sit for a little bit. Because I'm hurting.
Yeah, Casmarir just goes up with her and while she's kind of, or right before she does this, he says, I'm really sorry for I feel like I was the one that kind of set all this in motion, and I'm sorry for that.
What did you do?
I came here, I tried saving Elyndor, and in the process, I guess, maybe I'm overthinking this, but Elyndor could have found out and took it out on everyone else around here.
Yeah. That's not your fault, Kaz. You were just doing what you thought was right. Trying to save family.
Yeah. Ended up hurting family in the process.
We're not sure of that.
Oh, I definitely hurt Caitlin, for sure.
We have ways to heal. Your uncle is a bit more of a tricky situation. But
well, hopefully we can save him some way or another. I have a couple ideas in mind if the sword doesn't work out.
I'm definitely excited to hear them. I miss hearing his voice.
See, he had a very melodic voice, for sure. Very
That he
peaceful.
does.
I guess I'll let you do whatever it is you have to do. I'll just wait here patiently, I guess. Oh, you need to concentrate or whatever.
It shouldn't be long. I had to make sure that no one got in or out. So this kind of spent a lot, but it should be all right. And she's going to go and start dispelling the wards that are on the door. Grimaldi, kind of looking up at Lirien, not quite sure what is happening. He looks at her. Ma'am, apologies for asking, but what are you doing? She looks at him. Well, friend, I have ways of helping make sure that things are locked and secured. And at this point, I have to take away those locks. And just so we can get in. Otherwise, well, one may end up burnt to a crisp, as one might say. And we wouldn't want that happening, now would we? And Grimaldi's like, no, I don't think we would. Sorry if I'm bothering you. I haven't really been around a whole lot of magic, and past couple days there's been a lot. And she's gonna finish concentrating, dispelling the wards. Once she does, she opens the door, steps inside, and Kaz, you kind of follow him behind her, and you see in his bed is Elyndor. While already fairly light-skinned, almost ghost white at this point. Very sickly looking. Kelly probably hasn't eaten in a couple days. Laying there, kind of coughing, trying to just keep his breath about him. And Lirien speaks up. Well, he's here. He's in the same boat that he was. Doesn't seem worse off than when we left him a little bit ago.
Do you know what's actually wrong with him?
I wish I did. I believe it to be some sort of curse.
He's good at curses. I do want to try one thing before we do this sword stuff. And he goes up to excuse me, goes up to Elyndor, and he grabs his hand and you just hear him just start saying something more like a Sylvan tongue, maybe, as he casts a lesser restoration.
Okay.
On him.
Go ahead. Go ahead and roll a D100 for me.
$37.
37? Okay. You finish this incantation. Lirien standing beside you.
I like little onion.
Holding on to Elyndor's well, I guess she wouldn't be beside you, she'd be on the other side of the bed, holding Elyndor's other hand. And you release this incantation, cast lesser restoration. You see a light go from kind of your breath into his hand, like it may start to work, and then it fizzles out.
And he lets go of the hand kind of abruptly and says, I hope there's enough water in that pool to get us where we need to be.
Well, one can hope. Is this something that you think you have multiple chances at? Because it is getting kind of dark, and to be honest, I haven't had a good look at the pool.
I mean, it's possible, but I think this is going to be a one and done type of thing. If we want to do it safely. I mean, there's a chance of it for us to be able to do it again, but I wouldn't want it to be that chance, if you get what I mean.
Well, do you think this is something we should wait until morn?
Not any worse. I don't see why we couldn't wait.
We have some spare rooms here in the Songroot. I could understand you not wanting to leave. And I would be okay with you staying here. But if this is kind of a one and done chance, I would recommend we wait until morning.
Sounds like a good idea.
Well, we should let him rest. We can go back downstairs, and I'll be staying up here. You can see I've got my cot on the floor, we'll go from there.
Understood. And he walks out the door.
Okay.
Towards the group.
Yeah, she's gonna follow downstairs. Halen, Jean-Luc, Gederik, as Casmarir, Grimaldi, and Lirien return downstairs. How are we set up? What are we doing?
Probably just try to find a place to get a little bit comfortable and kind of get cleaned back up a little bit.
Okay. Yeah, you're able to find a chair over in the corner and do what you need to kind of dust yourself off. Everyone smells a little bit like smoke. That kind of a stronger smell in here now. You see Casmarir, always a little awkward whenever he walks downstairs, but now a little more probably visibly emotionally tired. He kind of distant looking. He's making the steps down fine, but he's not really mentally there. And you're definitely able to kind of pick up on this as you kind of scan the room and kind of take note of where everyone is, what everyone's doing. Kaylin?
I am pretty worn out from today's event, and I'm also kind of not there mentally or emotionally, so not because I'm angry or anything. I'm just tired, and I pretty much just find a place and I crash out.
Okay. Yeah, you find kind of a couch, as it may be, kind of across from the fireplace within the tree, and you kind of settle into it. Grimaldi's probably going to come sit next to you. Yeah, you can kind of catch yourself nodding off a little bit. Gederik, as you see everyone come in, what's your response?
Gederik's kind of also like perplexed at how none of his magic in this instance has been able to really help or protect others as he would have hoped, and he's mildly perplexed because of his intelligence level at how, ice and fire didn't accomplish much, but at the same time, like, reflecting on the fact that his effort to remove curse amounted to nothing as well, and then seeing has his own efforts in his spellcraft amounting to not much. Gederik would actually step outside the door of the tree and go sit at the water edge. And fully plans to fall asleep outside next to the water's edge.
Okay. Cool. Well, if there's no other orders of business for tonight, I think that's where we can find ourselves in a long rest as we have saved a burning city, as we have run off an entity that meant to destroy, as we have kept alive the uncle that is meant to be here. You all find a shuttered sleep, but you do find sleep. That's where we're going to end up tonight.